If you feel like a mess at school, listen to this for 20 seconds, because this is probably the real reason. It is not because you are lazy, and it is not because you secretly have some giant flaw everybody else got rid of at birth. It is because your life is leaking tiny chaos in 100 little places, and by the time you get to school, your brain is already exhausted from trying to hold it together. Your hair is not sitting right, your skin is being annoying, your glasses are smudged, your bag is a disaster, your clothes feel random, your energy is off, and now somehow you are expected to sit there and act normal like none of that matters. That is the problem. It all matters. Not because each thing is huge, but because together they create that weird feeling of, I do not know what is wrong, but something is off. And if that sounds familiar, good, because this is the video that fixes it. Look clean without trying harder. Start with the things that make you look tired, rushed, or unfinished. Skin first. Do not make skincare weird. Do not make it a science project. Wash your face gently, use a basic moisturizer, and if you can, use sunscreen in the daytime. That alone is already a serious upgrade for a lot of people. And if you get acne, stop treating every breakout like an emergency. That is how people end up making it worse. Do not pick at it. Do not touch it all day. Do not throw every random product at your face because one video made it sound like your life depends on it. Skin likes boring consistency. Boring wins. And for dark circles, let us be honest. A lot of the time they're not some mysterious curse. They're sleep, stress, screen time, dehydration, and not enough recovery. So fix the actual problem. Sleep more if you can. Drink water. Stop staying up late doing absolutely nothing important and then acting shocked that your face looks tired. That is not a skincare mystery. That is your body sending an email. Then there are the tiny things people ignore even though they matter a lot. Clean nails. Fresh breath. Deodorant. Clean clothes. Lip balm. These are not glamorous. They are just the difference between I feel put together and I feel like I left the house in a hurry. And yes, that difference is real. Fix your hair without fighting it. Hair can change your whole mood in 10 seconds. If your hair is frizzy, flat, puffed up, or just refusing to behave, the answer is usually not to panic and buy 5 new products. The answer is to stop treating your hair like it is an enemy. Be gentle with it. Dry it more carefully. Do not attack it with a towel. Do not brush it like you are trying to win a fight. Use whatever simple product or routine actually works for your hair type, and then stop overcomplicating it. The biggest mistake teens make with hair is trying to reinvent it every single morning. That is not a routine. That is a daily negotiation with chaos. Pick 1 or 2 hairstyles that actually survive your school day. The one that looks decent fast. The one that holds up when you are tired. The one that does not collapse the moment you leave the bathroom. That is the real goal. Not perfection. Reliability. And here is something nobody says enough. Having one basic hair routine that you can repeat is far more powerful than knowing 10 fancy hair tips you never use. If you want to feel less messy, stop making your hair situation more dramatic than it needs to be. The small things that give you away. Now let us talk about the little things that quietly make you feel unprepared. Dirty glasses. A messy backpack. Wrinkled clothes. Bad posture. Random stuff in your pockets. A water bottle you have not cleaned in too long. All of that sends the same message to your brain. Things are slightly off. And once your brain gets that message, it starts spiraling over stuff that should not be a big deal. If you wear glasses, keep them clean. Seriously. Smudged lenses make you look more tired, feel more distracted, and somehow make everything feel less sharp, including your mood. If they do not fit right, get them adjusted. That tiny fix can change the way you carry yourself. If your bag is a black hole, clean it once. Do not make it a tower ceremony. Just take out what does not belong. Keep the important stuff in one place. When your bag is organized, school feels less like a survival game. And clothes matter more than people want to admit. Not in a dress like a model way. In a wear something clean, simple, and intentional way. If your clothes feel random, you will feel random. If they feel neat, your whole presence feels calmer. That is just how people work. Stop feeling awkward at school. Now the social part. This is where a lot of teens get stuck because they think being awkward means being doomed. It does not. It usually means you are overthinking every single move before it happens. You walk into school already feeling weird, and then you act like the room can somehow sense your panic. It cannot. But your body can. So the goal is to stop broadcasting fear to yourself. When you enter class, do not try to be impressive. Try to be steady. Sit down. Put your things away. Look at what you need to look at. Be there. That is enough. And if you want to talk to somebody, keep it simple. Ask something normal. Make one small comment. React to something that is actually happening. You do not need a clever script. You need to be present enough to notice a moment and say something about it. Making friends is mostly repetition. Same class. Same lunch. Same tiny interactions. That is how people become comfortable around each other. Not from one dramatic scene. So stop waiting for the perfect social moment and start being a little more open in tiny ways. A little more eye contact. A little more, what did you get for that? A little more, did we have homework? That stuff works because it is real. And if social anxiety is part of the picture, then listen carefully. You do not fix that by disappearing. You fix it by getting a little braver in very small doses. Not fake bravado. Just enough discomfort to prove to your brain that nothing catastrophic happens when you speak. Study without feeling overwhelmed. Now the schoolwork side, because a messy life becomes 10 times messier when your academic life is also falling apart in the background. The fix here is embarrassingly simple, which is probably why people ignore it. One subject, one task, one timer. That is how you start. Not 5 subjects. Not a perfect 4-hour reset. One thing at a time. If your brain is scattered, make the first step tiny. Open the notebook. Write the date. Do one problem. Read one page. Start ugly if you need to. The biggest lie students tell themselves is that the session has to feel right before it counts. No, it just has to begin. Once it begins, the pressure drops. And please stop waiting until you are in the mood to do schoolwork. That mood is unreliable. Build a system instead. Put the homework where you will see it. Pack your bag at night. Decide what you are doing first tomorrow. Every little thing you move out of your morning removes stress from your day. The reset that changes everything. This is the part that makes all the other parts work. At night, do a small reset. Not a full life makeover. Just a reset. Pack your bag. Choose your clothes. Put the things you need in one place. Clean up the visible mess. Do not make morning you deal with everything because morning you is already under attack before the day even starts. Then in the morning, keep it stupidly simple. Wash your face. Brush your teeth. Fix your hair. Clean your glasses. Put on something clean. Drink water. Leave. That is enough to stop the day from starting in panic mode. The reason this matters is because a lot of teen stress is really just decision fatigue. Too many choices. Too many little things to remember. Too many chances to forget something. When you make the morning easier, you save energy for school, for people, for your actual life. That is the move. Not perfect. Easier. The point is not to do everything. The point is to feel the difference one small cleanup can make. Because once you fix one visible thing, your brain stops screaming quite as loudly. And that matters more than people think. A neat desk is not just a neat desk. It is a signal. A clean backpack is not just a clean backpack. It is a signal. Small order creates a small calm, and small calm is how bigger change starts. Mistakes that keep you stuck. Let me be direct about what keeps people trapped in the same loop. First, trying to become aesthetic instead of functional. Functional is better. Functional survives actual life. Second, trying to fix everything in one day and then quitting because your brain is fried. Third, collecting random products and routines like they are going to magically organize your existence. They will not. Fourth, waiting for motivation to rescue you. It will not. And fifth, acting like everyone else is naturally more put together when they are usually just better at hiding their mess. Do not build your self-image on a fake comparison. Build it on actual systems. That is how you get out of the mess cycle for real. Because the fastest way to stop feeling like a mess at school is not to become perfect. It is to become less chaotic.